The number of people living in the United States in the working ages who aren't working today is at a record high. 1 in 4 Americans, or almost 1 in 4 Americans between the ages of 25 and 54 aren't even employed. Stephen Miller, Senior Policy Advisor, White House Briefing, August 2, 2017. A reader asked about this statement by Miller, made while touting a plan to reduce legal immigration. Are 1 in 4 Americans of prime working age not even employed? This is a great example of a fact devoid of context or meaning. Let's explain. The data indeed shows almost 1 in 4 Americans in prime working age are not employed, but according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, most 89% of these people do not want jobs in the first place. Most, in fact, are women taking care of loved ones. If you go back to the mid-1970s or earlier, the figures were even worse because more women were not in the workforce. Here's the data for women not participating in the workforce. As you can see, it has gone from 42% in 1977 to about 25% as women have begun working outside the home in large numbers. Finally, here's the data for men not participating. Since the 1980s, the percent of working-age men not participating in the workforce has climbed from about 6% to 11%. Some of this is a consequence of women moving into the workforce stay-at-home dads, but a sharp jump occurred after the Great Recession. That has indeed been of concern to economists, who have identified factors such as high incarceration rates, increasing disability claims and the allure of video games. But Miller chose to go for the flashier statistic. The Senate Budget Committee, where Miller used to work, frequently touted this 1 in 4 figure, but as the economy has improved, so have the numbers. Miller was careful to say almost 1 in 4, but that belies the fact that the participation rate is headed back to pre-Great Recession rates. The Pinocchio test. We often warn readers to be wary of figures offered out of context. Miller can point to BLS data, but that does not mean his startling figure is actually significant to the debate over immigration. Most of the people who he says are not employed have no interest in being in the workforce in the first place. President Trump once took this notion to an absurd conclusion by citing 92 million jobless Americans. Miller does not go that far, but it's still a nonsense factoid. About our rating scale. Send us facts to check by filling out this form. Keep tabs on Trump's promises with our Trump Promise Tracker. Sign up for the Fact Checker weekly newsletter.